Okay, this is my final video for the book The Earth is Weeping. This is chapter 16 and it's called The Warrior I Have Been. The people involved are Cole Nelson A. Miles, which persisted winter campaigner, pursued Sitting Bull relentlessly, and fought Crazy Horse Wolf Mountain, pressured him surrenders through endurance and logistics. There's again the mention of Sitting Bull, Crazy Horse, and some new characters or not characters but like names are Captain Frank Baldwin, as well as John William T. Sherman, John Philip Collin, and Red Cloud. So for places and events, we have Fort Peak, which is Sitting Bulls traded for ammunition, balled with Turkish, Ash Creek, and Tongue River Cantonment, which is Miles Bay's attempted peace overtures undermined when Crow Scouts murdered in Mancall Chief, Battle of Wolf Mountain. Then we have Fort Robinson, Spotted Tail Agency in Canada, which was Sitting Bull's refuge, early safety under mountains, later hunger as buffalo couldn't survive and vanished. We have Fort Bufford and Standing Rock Agency, also known as Fort Randolph. For ideas and technologies, we have in the Relentless Winter Pursuit, Sense Strategy of Attribution, Deny Rest, Hunting, and Sanctuary, Break Moral, and overall higher logistics. Correlation Fragility, which is Lakota alliances collapses under hunger rates, and repeated pressures leaders lose authority over younger warriors. There's also the use of scouts and friendly Indians, the diplomacy as coercion, the rumor warfare and transition of power, as well as asylum and borders, and finally broken promises. For conflicts, we have Miles versus Sitting Bull, which is the pursuit of ratios and supply strain battle. Sitting Bull's coalition splinters forced northward flight. Then we have Miles versus Crazy Horse, which Crazy Horse sought to lure, failed to unify Wolf Mountain, uncleared confidence and ammunition. Then we have Peace Factions versus War Factions, which is murder of Milcon. Peace delegation destroyed leverage for negotiation, continued fighting. Then we have Crazy Horse versus Agency, power structures, army authority versus justice, and freedom versus survival. Okay, so what is the purpose and its connection to historical narrative? So chapter 16 follows the final collapse of free Lakota life through attribution, fragmentation, and political manipulation. Mild Winter pressures breaches Sitting Bull's sanctuary and breaks the non-treaty coalition. Crazy Horse's attempts to hold winter rumors together fails, and after surrender he is basically destroyed, not in battle but through agency rivalries, as well as rumor and translation and his violent arrest. The Sitting Bulls escapes to Canada, but ecological reality and the disappearance of buffalo, which turns refuge into starvation, which lead to forced surrender. And it completes the great Sawak's warrior arc. That military victory is achieved less by set battles than by persistent winter campaigning, denial of resources and turning and basically turning Indians against nations. And it also shows how conquest does not go with surrender, and it transitions into control, including imprisonment and the stripping of autonomy. Crazy Horse death basically shows the end of an armed resistance aside the US, while Sitting Bulls captures the enforcement shift from more sovereignty to independence.